Welcome to our second Benable training. Today I actually want to walk you guys through building out new list and actually working with Benable to do something from scratch. I have 3 tabs open right here. So I'm going to have obviously my Benable profile open. And then I have my Google Keep open here, which has my summary that I got using the Benable bots. It's my intake summary of like what my interests are, my about me, and all of that, because I'm going to be using the Benable bot to create something brand new instead of adding on to a list I already have. So I am going to go into Benable bots. I'm going to click the Start Here button. And I do want to preface too, like you do not have to use Benable Bot to do the things I'm teaching you. You can use a new chat with AI. You can do this without AI. This is just my preference that helps me because when I use the bot, I almost always have an optimized list. It's going to pull up this little menu here. I'm going to say that I want to create a new list. And then I'm going to say, here is my intake summary. I'm going to paste that information in. So it wants to know if I already have collections set up, which I do. And so I'm going to give it the name of my collections, or actually to make this easy, since I'm filming with one hand, I'm just going to do like a screen grab and give that to the bot. I'm going to say I do, here is what I have, and then paste that. I'm also going to tell it I'm filming a training and want to start a new collection entirely. So I should also include that I want brand new list for this new collection. So I'm going to say, let's do a spring 2026 collection, and the list could include spring cleaning, spring beauty, spring fashion, etc. I'm going to go into Benable, and on my profile, I'm going to click this little plus button over here, and we are going to do a new collection. And I'm just going to call this Spring 2026. And then there will be a little like plus sign underneath that new collection we just made. And when I click on it, it's going to have me start a new list. So it does give us some list names to start with spring cleaning. Well, I like the ultimate spring cleaning reset. We'll do this one. So I'm just going to copy and paste this over here. I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to click into the list so that I can add a description underneath that list. And I'm just going to read these and see which ones I like. I'm going to use this first one. So we're just going to copy and paste this over and put that into our description. And then from here, we can add our items. Now you'll see down here, we have sections. And so we can organize our list that we put into our collection. And it does give us suggestions over in the Benable bot to do this. Section structures here: deep clean, staples, organization, refresh, and fresh home energy. And then as it gives me some items that I can search for and put into this list, it also tells me which section it recommends to put it in, which is really awesome. What I'll probably do is, because it gave me descriptions for the sections, and I don't want to just use the same ones. So I'll probably start putting items in the sections, and then I will go back into the Benable bot and ask for specific descriptions for the sections. So starting off with this brand new list here, I'm going to go ahead and create my sections. And so we'll do the deep clean staples. We'll go back into Benable, we'll add a section and paste that title in here. And then I'm going to click the plus sign by sections to add another section. We'll do organization refresh. And then we'll do the last one, which is fresh home energy. Boom. And then we can start adding our items to our list. Now, when you're adding items, there's a couple ways you can do this. I know a lot of people are Amazon affiliates, and I answered this question a little bit in the previous training, but I would steer clear of mainly using Amazon products as affiliates. If you're in the Amazon Associates program, you can connect your Amazon Associates profile and get your ID from them to do like an auto Amazon affiliate. Amazon commissions are fairly lower than some other ones that I've seen on Benable. So my general go-to is I try to search for these products that the Benable bot gives me in Walmart's and use Walmart links. And so I'll pull up Walmart in another tab and search for it on Walmart and then add the link that way. Or you can also, so let's say we go into Benable Bot and the first item that we're adding to this list is a microfiber cleaning cloth set. And now obviously I'm only going to put things in this list that I actually like and would recommend. So if it has something on here that I really wouldn't use or I don't like, I'm not going to put it in my list. And so we can go into our list here and we copied the item name and we will click this add button down at the bottom, paste in the item name, and we can just click enter and let it kind of auto populate something of its own. And so if we scroll down here, we'll see that it pulled microfiber cloths from this Maker's Clean site, but it's also telling me auto affiliate links are not available for this site. I want to make sure that I am, putting something on here that I can actually get a commission for, unless I'm doing a list that is just for, recommendations and not to make commission on it. And so you can do it the auto populate type of way and just do it within Benable, but I would prefer to go to Walmart and then just put that item in there and then find something that is something I would recommend. So price point wise, maybe I see something that I've tried that I like, but I don't want to necessarily go and just grab like the most expensive stuff. I want it to be cost efficient, and something that like I would choose if I was shopping for this product. And so here is a 4-pack of great value microfiber household cleaning stuff, and I'm going to click on this item. Now, the other thing cool with Benable, if you're doing this on a computer, is that Benable does have an extension right up here that you can download that makes it very easy to add items to your list. You can, of course, do this manually, and I'll show you how to do it both ways. Now, I couldn't find the Benable extension on Benable's website. I think they bring it up when you first sign up and set your stuff up, but like after I already had an account, I couldn't find where to download the plugin. But you can go to Google and just type in Benable plugin and download it that way, depending on what browser you're using. But let's say we don't have the plugin or you're doing this on your phone. What I'm going to do is copy the link on this product page. I'm going to go over to Benable. I'm going to click add at the bottom and I'm going to paste that link and click enter. And it's going to pull up this item. And it's going to auto-populate photos over here on the right, and you can deselect and select, maybe I want to use this picture down here. I could, deselect that one if I didn't want to use it and add other ones that it grabbed from the site if I want to use that, and I can kind of change those around as I want. We can see down here, Benable auto affiliate link is on. It's from Walmart. And everything looks good. And so I am just going to click on next, add note down in the bottom right. And from here, that's where I'm going to add like my note or description of the product. And Benable Bot gives you multiple different ones that you can use. So you're not just stuck with like one AI sounding description. You can pick one that you feel like sounds like you or the one that you like the most. So this one up here actually absorbs, doesn't smear, wash, and reuse. I like this one. And it gives you a mix of short and medium ones that you can kind of switch it up with. So I'm going to paste that in here. It's going to ask me what section in the list I want to put that product. I'm going to have it in deep clean staples and click confirm. And we're just going to repeat this process until our list is optimized, basically. Now, if you do have the plugin and you want to use the plugin, we'll do that for our next item here. So our next item is multi-surface cleaner concentrates. I'm going to copy this and then paste it over in the Walmart search bar. I love me some Fabuloso. I really do. All right, so let's do this Lysol multi-surface cleaner. And then what we're going to do is, depending on what browser you're using, you're going to find your plugin icon. So up here, I'm going to click on this. And you want to click on this when you're in the item page for what you're adding. And we're going to choose the list we're adding this to. So the one we're working on is up here at the top, the Ultimate Spring Cleaning Reset. We're going to click Add. We're going to choose the section that we want it to go in. And so I'm going to choose Deep Clean Staples and click Add. It's going to pull up the populated images and description and all that good stuff. We're just going to double check it. And then we're going to add our notes. So I'm going to go back to the Benable Bot and pick one that I like. I'm going to use this one down here. Go back over into the Walmart page and then click enter and done, and boom, it added it over here. So I don't even necessarily need to have Benable open unless I'm checking to see if like my list is optimized. And so we're just going to go through and find what we want to use. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, I want to try to break this down in a super easy to understand way. So ultimately you have collections on your page. You can have lists within those collections, and then in your list, you can have sections to make everything as organized as possible. You can always add more sections if you need to. I kind of check my items. Once I get to 15, 20 items, I'll start going and checking my Benable profile to see if my list is optimized or not, and then just kind of go from there. So what I typically like to do is I treat Benable a lot like Pinterest, because once I batch out, a couple lists on Benable, or maybe I complete a collection, I don't really want to touch it a whole lot throughout the week. I have been lately because this is still kind of new to me and I'm obsessed with Benable. Plus we have the Benable group, obviously, where we are engaging and sharing and supporting lists. I did buy some dog treats last night on somebody's list that they shared in the pets listing. So shout out to, I can't remember, I think it was Amanda. So I will sit, and usually it's on the weekends. I'll have a day that I will sit and do some new list or new collections, and the Benable bot really helps me. So like right now I have everything in my purchase history from Amazon, and I'm getting to a point where I'm not really able to think of ideas off the top of my head. And the Benable bot, based on my intake summary and what it knows about me, will give me ideas, aesthetic ideas, like seasonal ideas of things I could do and create to continue making lists that I can do once a week. So I don't necessarily want to be on Benable every day making a new list, but I do want to sit down once a week and maybe take an hour to a few hours to make some new list. That's also the day that I sit and batch out Pinterest content. And so we will, I want to say probably today, later today or tomorrow, I'm going to start making my first ever Pinterest pins for Benable to direct people to those products. And I'm going to have a whole workflow system that I use to do that. Like I'm going to be making product images in ChatGPT. And I have a Pinterest project set up in ChatGPT that gives me good text overlays to use for Pinterest pins, titles, descriptions, boards. And we'll probably do a class for that inside Marketing and AI Made Simple, which is my school community. So, but those are the basics with actually creating and making a list and such on Benable. Quick add-on here, if you guys do want to link your Amazon Associates accounts, you have to go into settings. So you click the little person icon in the top right, and then there's a settings option. And then over here on the left, there is a button that says cashback settings. But when you scroll down, you'll see Amazon auto affiliate links, and you'll go and grab your associate's ID and stick it in this box. And that's obviously where you can add payout methods and all of that as well. I believe you have to have $80 in the US to cash out on Benable. When you are done, if you're using the Benable bot, once you are done with your conversation or you're done batching for that day, ask it for a summary of what you did that day so you can add it to your intake summary, and it can keep track of like the collections you have, the list you have, and it's not duplicating things that you created before. So I'm going to just keep doing this, and then I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully I can put a screenshot of an optimized list in the comments of this video. So if you guys have any questions, absolutely let me know, and I will see you guys in the next training.